Hey world, my name's Lauren, and I'm gonna do the thing that I probably shouldn't do, which is exactly why I'm doing it. And that is philosophy on YouTube. Oh well. Okay, so my goal is to have this be what's here, and to have this be what's there. So I want you to learn. I want you to surpass society, and I want you to realize that the world is so much greater than we see it, because we're seeing it from the same exact view as every single person that sees it. Society. We're looking at it as in, I want to be successful. So I'm going to get my high school degree, I'm going to go to college and get a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree, a master's degree, I'm going to become a doctor, I'm going to be successful. But what is success? Nobody talks to you about this. Nobody's like, hey, if you want to be successful, all you need to do is be happy. And that's the truth. To be successful, you need to be happy. But the thing is, society says in order to be successful, you need to have a family, you need to have money, you need to have a house, you need to be doing amazing, you need to have all this money to be like, if I want to buy something, I'm gonna buy it. And yeah, that's great, but stuff doesn't make you happy. Objects don't make you happy. They might give you a momentary bit of happiness. They might make you happy while you use them for a short amount of time. But you're not going to be truly happy. You're not going to feel in your heart that this feels good. That feeling you get when you help somebody. So, this is my first video. This is my introduction to this series. If I'm doing a series of this interpretation of Lauren's mind and Lauren's teachings to the world before she dies. Because I want to be a philosopher. Not like for my job. I want to be a photographer for my job. I think philosophy is something that's very important, and I think it's something that nobody looks into because it's not considered something that's good in society anymore. It's not considered an acceptable position. Hey, I got a degree in philosophy. Woo, who cares? You can't do anything with that. But I think, okay, I can do a lot with that. I'm a philosopher. I think past what society thinks. And I interpret things. I do what I need to do to be a happy person. I do what I need to do to make others happy. Or at least I do my best at that, and that's what's important. So, that's what this is. This is me helping you think. Because that's what's good about our being. That's what's good about the human race, is we can think. That's how we evolved. Yes, we might not have a tough exterior skin, we might not be the fastest runners, we might not be the strongest things, but we have a brain. That's what evolved. That's what made us the top of the food system. So, since we have a brain, we should use it. So what I'm going to start with is explaining what this is. This is my journal. You can call it a journal. This is my philosophy journal. I have all these quotes, all of these philosophical? Yes, philosophical. I have all of these philosophy quotes that I am going to write about. They have there's questions, there's quotes, there's all these different things, and I pick one out every single day, and I write about it. We have day 1, which I'm not counting because it reads, I don't like this. I'm not going to do this. Then we have day 2, which is, what is a waste of time? And I started it out thinking that nothing is a waste of time, and as soon as I started writing that, I went, ha! No, that's a lie. There are a lot of things that's a waste of time. And I wrote about that. So now I'm going to tell you what I figured out. Something that is a waste of time is something that does nothing for you. You can say, well, laying in bed all day does nothing for me, but I sure feel like I want to do that. Well, it does something for you. It gives you time to relax. It gives you time to think, or to not think, but it helps you feel better. That counts as something. That's doing something. That's not a waste of time. But if I go and I'm like, I'm gonna fly, and I climb on top of my mother's van, true story, and I jump off and I go, I'm flying! And I fall. I didn't fly. So I learned from that experience and I went, okay, I'm not going to do this again because I know it's impossible. But if I'm like, oh, I don't care if that's impossible, I'm going to do it anyway. And I kept going up day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute. Doesn't matter how much time I spent, that's still wasted time. If I climbed up and jumped off and climbed up and jumped off and climbed up and jumped off, I would be achieving nothing except disappointment. That would be a waste of time. If you learn that something is not something worth the effort or possible to do, you don't do it. Simple as that. Okay, my second idea on this was I forget, so I'm gonna look at it. Most people think doing nothing is a waste of time, laying in bed is a waste of time, but when you're laying in bed, you're thinking, you're resting. And once you're done thinking and resting, you ran out of things to think about, you ran out of rest because you're now fully energized, you're done. You get up, you go. And now that you're going, you're using that energy. And you're able to do stuff with it. You're able to think about new things, find new things. And now that you have all these new ideas from going around and doing things with this new energy, you got another day in bed for that. Because now that you're in bed, you got to think about all the stuff you did last time. That was me pointing to last time. So, never think a day in bed is a day wasted. A day in bed is a day that is wonderful.